Hello guys, I'm your host, that guy, and this is
Dragon Blade X here.
And our special guest, Moon Pie. Nice to meet you, Moon Pie. It's so nice to meet you. You know what, forget this. Today we're going to be talking
Nice
about...
shot. It seriously bounced here and went wham.
Today we're going to be talking about a very... Pardon that back there.
Yeah.
They're having a
Again, pardon us for the noise. Same place as usual, so...
Today we're going to be talking about a very special thing to all of us, and Dragoon Blade X,
Can you tell everybody what it is?
The whole Power Ranger deal.
Yes. Can I just call you D? That's a long name.
You could call him DBZ. That's what it is.
No, because that is copyright infringement.
That'd be DBX, actually.
DBX, excuse me.
That makes sense.
Hey,
Not
I'm
DBZ.
sorry about that.
That is copyright infringement. I will not be caught for that.
I'm sorry about that. My mistake.
Give me a minute, let me do this video. Sorry about that. That was something to do with non-video stuff. Sorry.
If only we had an editing room.
I wish I had editing software, but I don't.
No editing. Leave in all bloopers.
Anyways, let's discuss Power Rangers. Now,
So, yeah, we are doing Power Rangers today, even though it's not anime. We're doing something special today because we're missing one of our usual people, so we're just doing something special. So.
Well, I mean, we talk about anime and video games in the genre, so I mean, it's not totally off topic. I mean, there are video games of Power Rangers, so.
Yeah, but this is
anywho, let's start off with our favorite season.
Yeah, well, like, what's your favorite series of
Season.
Series or season, whatever you want
They're
to call
all
it?
depicted as seasons. I know, it's confusing.
They're all different series, okay? They call them different names. So just which one is your favorite?
Let's start with D over here. Dragoon. Let's start with Dragoon.
Mighty Morphin. Dude, Green Dragon Ranger.
Damn straight. So what about you, that guy?
I mean, the addition of Andros with Lost in Space was awesome.
No, that's In Space.
In Space. But then again, we got to see more character in Zeo than anything. So, it's got to be one of those two. And again, to figure out which is your favorite and all that, you gotta point out very different things like the morphing sequence, how they morph, like the stuff they do.
Yeah, Thomas takes, that guy there takes Power Rangers very, very seriously, unlike a lot of us.
Turbo, even though it wasn't very good here, because the way Turbo was supposed to be set up, in Japan, the Sentai, it was meant to be a comedy thing. It was supposed to be funny. And it came over here, and we decided to make it the next series.
And try to make it serious.
Which, it wasn't going to work anyways, because we went from dinosaurs to magic crystals to cars.
Well, no, not really. It was dinosaurs, and then later on, and then there were magic crystals, but that was to activate the dinosaurs.
That was the Zeo crystal.
No, remember the Mighty Morphins actually had crystals.
Yes, but Zeo was the crystal thing. That was the original Power Rangers thing too. Was the crystal right here.
But you gotta admit, that was pretty cool. The power
Anyways, I think Turbo either way has a better morphing sequence.
I bet you remember most of the morphing. One thing I did like about Turbo though, I will say one thing I like about them. I have to say was their Zords are actually pretty cool. I mean, come on, they literally combined to become a Transformer.
A horrible looking Transformer.
I vaguely remember. I just remember they became a Transformer.
And plus, they replaced that Megazord like 3 times.
It'll go in my next.
They replaced the original Megazord like a million times. Ninja Storm had a really good morphing sequence.
Now, aside from in a way, if they had done away with like the whole arm webbing thing, it is a good morphing sequence because if they just gone Ninja Storm pop,
My
that would have actually worked. Because I mean,
It still works because it's very intricate. Like it took me like 3 weeks to learn how to do it. It was very friggin' hard because you have to coordinate your arms in a specific way. You have to get your timing right on each arm. So, but my favorite morphing sequence would have to be Lightspeed Rescue. That is my favorite morphing sequence of all. Is Lightspeed Rescue, and it was a really good series, really good season. It's all seasons. But Tim, who is your favorite character out of all the Power Rangers games?
I just said it. Green Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
So Tommy Oliver, or his real name would be Jason David Frank, and he is on Facebook. In fact, I
And
follow
on
him.
YouTube.
Yes, and on YouTube. I don't follow him on there, but I am on. I do follow him on YouTube.
And he does mixed martial arts.
Yes, he does, and he's very, very good at it.
I watched
Well,
his.
of course he does because he had
watched
to
his
learn
match.
it for the original Power Rangers.
Actually, he actually knew it before the original Power Rangers
He
started.
probably did, but I couldn't tell you for certain.
Well, probably, but I mean, I'm just saying, in order to get onto the Power Rangers, he had to have known pretty good mixed martial arts to impress
Yeah,
someone.
he was a teacher. He
Yeah.
teaches stuff, and he's always taught it.
Yeah,
and now he
so-
owns his own studio in Dallas, where he teaches mixed martial arts and karate and all that.
And he does lots of Power Rangers related stuff still one way or another.
Oh my
whether,
God,
whether
he's-
it's giving away free stuff or signed stuff or running some special contests where you can get a free message from him, a voice message as it were.
Jason
And
David
that
Frank
stuff.
is going to be at Comic-Con this year in
Yes.
Knoxville or Nashville. Nashville?
Something like
One
that.
of those
Here
in either September or November.
I don't remember when it is.
I know it starts the
I think it's
27th.
September. 'Cause I don't think it would be as
I
late
think
as November. I
It
think
starts the 27th, and then goes on through 3 days. But yeah, if you guys want to meet Jason David Frank, you might want to get your tickets now. The Jason David Frank tickets are still on sale to where you can just go meet Jason David Frank. Me personally, I'm going to try to get VIP tickets.
I would love to go, but I'm a poor college student, so I can't afford crap at the moment. In fact, I'm going to AWA this year. That's the only thing I'm going to be able to afford, and I save for it all year.
VIP tickets are $200 freaking bucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so that rules me out because, unfortunately, even though I am a pretty big fan of him,
No, you can still buy the Jason David Frank tickets. They're still
It's like you get regular tickets probably, and they
But
wouldn't
you
be
can
as
only
much.
you can only meet him and then leave. That's it. You can only be there the day he's there and hang out with him and like get signatures and all that. But then you gotta leave. And I am not a big fan of that because I don't like being told what to do. So VIP tickets would be way better for me. But anyways,
Okay.
Jason David Frank is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I'm playing
There's a-
Tommy Oliver, and then he plays
that may be true.
Professor Tommy, I think, in, was it Dino Thunder or
Yep.
something
Yes.
like that? The
Dino
Black
Thunder.
One. I only saw like one episode, because then it
He's
was just
supposed to
wasn't
be a
being
dino
shown.
charger.
I don't know if it's
Yeah, he's supposed to
whatever.
appear as a guest.
Yeah. Like
He
that-
did in the Super Mega Force sequence of all generations of Rangers coming together. And if you've seen that, yes, if you agree with me, there is a weird sequence because if you see him, it shows him as regular Tommy Oliver saving a child from a car using Saba, his White Ranger weapon. Yet when you see him later on in the sequence of all the Rangers together,
He's green.
he's the Green Dragon Ranger.
That's
So
because,
if you agree with me, that does seem a little bit odd that they would have him use Saba, even though it's showing like his cameo appearance of both Rangers. It's a little odd to have him do that.
Just a little clarification here. Just for a little.
I mean, I'm sure there's a reason, but it's
a little
just,
info on the thing where you can actually see the White Ranger and the Green Ranger in that same episode.
I mean, I know
The reason is because, well, that could work because the actor who was supposed to play the White Ranger was actually the person who was in VR Troopers. I forgot his name in VR Troopers. But, yeah, Jason David Frank was supposed to do VR Troopers, and it was supposed to be named something else, and he came over the Power Rangers, and they filmed a few episodes, filmed like a few hours, but then him and the guy who was supposed to play the White Ranger, him and Jason David Frank, switched and decided just to stick, he's going to do VR Troopers, and Jason David Frank's going to stick with Power Rangers. So, in that sense, you could say that the White Ranger was actually that guy. But Jason David Frank using Saba in the episode makes no sense. What originally was supposed to happen was Jason David Frank was supposed to appear as the Green Ranger, and then there was supposed to be a second part to that episode where he goes back and he finds Saba, and then he becomes the White Ranger.
Okay, well, anyway, so in terms of
but anyway,
favorite...
after that long, convoluted discussion about my favorite character, we need to try and at least stick on topic for the rest of this bit because we need to know yours and our camerawoman's.
Well,
Nico.
It's either Jason David Frank or Carter. Carter is a really good character in Like to Be Rescued. Even though his acting is kind of stale, but really it's better.
It's hard for them to act seriously. It's like we have to do all these weird moves and morph and stuff.
I would personally take it seriously to become a Power Ranger. You can reach me at tgamer9685@gmail.com. I am available for becoming a Power Ranger.
Don't let me in with him, because if I'm morphing, I'm doing it old school style. I'm going Mighty Morphin style.
I will do anything.
I would agree to that aspect if I were to do that sort of thing. But anyways, so in terms of my favorite series, I actually have two. I like the original one, and then I like In Space. Mostly the In Space ones because I like the characters and everything. So in terms of course, the characters, I agree with these guys. I also like Tommy Oliver. He's always been one of my favorites and everything. And of course, I like...
Because he has 2 Ranger modes. He only needs 1 Zord for a Megazord. And he kicks tail every single time.
Andros and the Silver Ranger, what's his name? Zane were actually the only additions to that.
Those two were best friends.
Those two were actually additions. The rest of the Rangers were actually from a previous series. And In Space was the end of the Zordon era. And personally,
because in that one they found and freed Zordon.
At the end of Power Rangers In Space, I cried. I literally cried because Zordon died for your sins.
I never got a chance to see the end of Space In Space, unfortunately, but yeah, I also like Andros and Zane too. And just found the whole story to be rather interesting in its own way.
You have to first because
really
the only time I remember Zordon actually coming close to dying was in the movie.
In the original
which, by the way,
Zordon died
I'm sorry.
In space.
Which I'm sorry, but
spoilers.
The first movie. No.
Oh no, it's old. It's an old movie. No one cares.
You still have to give spoilers though for people who haven't seen it.
You can agree with me or you can disagree with me, but I'm sorry, but it was kind of crummy in some ways. Like the only Zord I even liked out of all of that, really, with the animation and stuff, was the Blue Wolf. I'm sorry, but I mean, come on. Aside from that, all the others were
okay.
It was wrong.
It was an old movie, so what did you expect? You know.
Spoiler.
I know, but still.
So spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert here. At the end of In Space, Zordon tells Andros that he has to smash his tank in order to release the good energy to erase all evil from the universe. And he said, and then Andros said, "Yes, but you will die." And then he says, "You have to do this for the good of mankind, Andros." And he does it, and then Zordon dies, and I cry.
But how did...
Like if you cry every time.
Okay, but yeah, so...
Well, I thought...
my favorites
okay, something doesn't make sense
are...
because according to what I remember, Zordon was caught in a dimensional loop, or a dimensional rift of some kind.
Yeah, a dimensional rift, I
and that the chamber that he was using, that you saw his gigantic head on...
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't really think of what you would call it, but on that thing, I was pretty sure that was basically part of him that was trapped there. I thought they freed him. Because I remember they freed him. He didn't die, they freed him. They finally free him. Oh, really? They find whatever rift or whatever he's caught in, and they actually free him.
I remember him and Andros talking, and I watched this.
I remember at some point there was a thing about Zordon where he was caught in a rift, and that they saved him from it. That's what I remember.
Because I've seen Linkara's History of Power Rangers, a million freaking times. And he killed Zordon in order to save the universe. So Zordon died for our sins.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so again, just to wrap up, my favorite series are Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then Power Rangers in Space. My favorite characters would be Tommy Oliver, and then Andros and Zane. Those two are my favorites. So aside from that, what else can we talk about here? Anything else? Like what Ranger would you want to be? So, what Ranger would you want to be if you could be one? Like, what color and what season or whatever would you want to be from?
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody knows me already because, I mean, come on. I just blatantly said it like 3 times.
Again, say it for the camera.
I would be Blue Ranger.
Dragon Ranger from Mighty
Of
Morphin.
course. So he would. So of course he would be Green Dragon. Okay, so part 2, guys. Terribly sorry I can't seem to keep my thing proper. So here they were talking about.
We were talking about the Wolf Ranger of Wild Force. But I really liked him because who could I compare him to? I guess I could kind of compare him like similar character, like maybe like Shadow the Hedgehog from the Sonic series, because he was a good guy, but
he was turned into a bad guy.
He had that evil side that even though he tried, he just couldn't fight against. It was so strong. But I really liked his weapon though. That Crescent Dagger was really cool. You gotta admit.
Yeah, Wild Force.
Aside from that, what was the name of the?
Wild Force did a better job at that than Mystic Force did, to be honest.
Wild Force was Mystic Force.
Wild Force did a way better job at doing that in Mystic Force, because in Mystic Force,
oh yeah,
you had.
Sorry, everybody.
I'll admit
It's
that.
upside down.
In Mystic Force, you had what's his name, Korag. Korag, the purple guy, purple armor.
Oh, you mean the Wolf Knights?
I think it's Korag.
Yeah, he was. I will admit.
Korag was actually a good guy, and I forgot his name, but then he kept going back and forth, and yada-da-da.
I will say though, when it comes to Mystic Force, I actually liked his armor.
Yeah, but the story was...
I'm just going by what the guy looked like. Aside from Tommy Oliver and the Green Ranger, I liked Wolf Ranger from Wild Force, and I like that Wolf Knight form. I mean, come on, I would love to transform into that. I'd be like,
yeah, but it's
and plus, if you think
not
about
really
it,
a Power Ranger.
well, in a way, he
He's
kind
a
of.
mystic
Pause for a second. I had it upside down.
But
he was a mystic warrior.
he was considered a ranger, but
No, he wasn't.
then why does he appear later on in Super Mega Force?
Okay.
Magnum Defender was not counted as a ranger. And
Not
Okay.
as one of the originals. He's actually counted as one of the Rangers. He's not counted as like
Magnum Defender
like the
took
main
the-
ranger, like a main ranger.
Magnum Defender took the Six Ranger spot, but he was never a ranger. He was
Yeah.
supposed to be Red Ranger.
He's not. He's not exactly. They're add-ons. They're like a ranger. They're just not quite there. Just like the wolf guy from Waffle. He was a guardian. But he wasn't necessarily a.
Is he empty?
No.
He wasn't. He
Almost made it,
he was like a ranger, but still not considered one. But yeah. But anyway. But yeah, I like those two, especially that night armor. And I like the night armor bit because I'm sorry to any fans out there of like the costumes and stuff, but
Yeah, this
if
is
I was to be a
plainly
Power
our
Ranger,
opinion.
I'm sorry to everyone in Bandai and stuff, but if I was ever to become a Power Ranger for the show, you will not catch me dead
In spandex.
in those spandex.
I will
I'm sorry.
personally wear those spandex.
I'm sorry, but I'm not doing spandex for nothing. You can give me armor like the wolf guy from Mystic Force. You can give me things like that, but spandex.
Hey, okay.
Big dude don't do spandex.
I'll wear spandex every day if I have to.
Because
Hashtag Power Rangers rule.
because your skinny's all get out, and plus spandex would probably make more sense for you.
Okay. Okay, guys, that is all the time we have for this special episode of ours. We have to go off and do other things. So thank you very much for watching. Even though I'm sure nobody's going to see this in the first place.
Yeah, sorry that we talked. We'll try and continue this. Like,
I'll hopefully have
either continue
anime
on
stuff
the
for you
Power
next
Ranger
week.
subject like next time, or we'll hopefully we'll have some of our other guys like maybe Black Star or Chevy.
Maybe we'll
Here.
compare.
God knows. I have
but
no idea where
anyway.
Black Star disappeared to. He just went AWOL. And it was his idea in the first place, so we gotta go. So.
But anyways, unfortunately we gotta go. So this is Moonblade X.
I'm that guy, your host, and
This
we'll
is
see you next time.
This is Nico signing off. So goodbye, everybody.
Peace out, guys.